In other news, the National Beef Checkoff has been in place for more than 25 years. And the most recent independent survey shows that 8 out of 10 beef producers believe the Beef Checkoff program has helped contribute to a positive trend in beef demand. As popular and effective as it's been, the Beef Checkoff program, as it currently exists, is under threat. Joining me in the studio to talk more about the Beef Checkoff program is Terry Fankhauser, Executive Vice President of the Colorado Cattlemen's Association. Terry, thanks for coming to the show to talk about this important issue.
Well, it's my pleasure. It's a valuable program to beef producers, and anything we can do to keep that message moving forward, we're glad to do.
You know, we've heard a lot about the efforts to enhance the Beef Checkoff, and as you think about all the members you represent here in the state of Colorado, why is that effort so important?
You bet. Colorado was the state that had a checkoff program before the national program came into place, but really saw value in having a national program with close coordination. And I think, as you indicated, it's a program that enjoys 80% approval rate. Most importantly, it has really a return on investment of over $11 to every dollar invested. Every producer pays the program. It's a producer-run program. I think we'd all agree if we could have our private businesses perform at that level, we would do well. And it's a program that's really important in addressing with one voice the value, the safety, the health and nutrition of the product that we produce.
You know, we've had several guests on the show, Terry, talking about the importance of a state and national partnership and having a grassroots kind of an effort where producers are really involved in the process. Now, I understand that if Secretary of Agriculture Vilsack moves forward with his 96 Act proposal, that may be in jeopardy. Give us some background on that and tell us what you think that could mean to the participation levels from a producer standpoint.
Well, absolutely. I think as you look at the 85 Act and the National Beef Checkoff, like other national commodity organizations, they all have their own enabling law. And that really comes from the strong support, as we've previously discussed, for the checkoff program. It comes from a large, major industry that contributes a major amount of dollars with a strategic focus in place. The problem that our members are voicing to us about the 96 Act, which is more of a generic act, maybe for smaller commodity sectors, is that it really doesn't have that producer drive, that producer engagement and governance in it. It's more of a heavier top-down program. It's a program that does enable our local grassroots beef producers to be involved through the Federation of Beef Councils, and it doesn't have a governing body that's so strongly made up of beef producers, those people paying the program. So we've heard unequivocally that producers want to enhance the existing 85 Act, the current Beef Checkoff, rather than implement a new program that really isn't tried and true and is more top-down and takes producers out of the driver's seat.
You talked to a lot of producers on this very issue. What else are you hearing from our Colorado Cattlemen members?
You bet, absolutely. They want to see more dollars drive into the program. They think that the devaluation of the dollar as it stands now means that we need to bring more resources to the table. We understand that we need to be able to reach out to these international markets and keep the prices that we're currently enjoying at a high level through strong promotion, good solid foundational research, and communication to those constituencies that really support our products. So they're interested in enhancement. What I will tell you unequivocally is they're not interested in taking a step backward, and they believe the 96 Act does that. They're not interested in being taken out of the driver's seat of their program, and they're certainly not interested in having the state beef councils devalued by not being engaged. So we want to move forward, but we want to do it in a common sense, meaningful way, and the 96 Act doesn't do that.
So tell us, if we have viewers watching this program who also are fearful and frustrated with this process, and specifically this proposal that the Secretary of Agriculture may be coming forward with under the 96 Act, what can they do to share their opinions?
You know, this program came about because producers sharing their opinions. They moved this program forward and implemented it. And what we'd ask producers to do is to do the same thing that they did in 1985, and that's voice their support for this program. Let the Secretary of Agriculture know through their local elected officials, their state representatives, their state senators, their national senators, their national representatives, as well as their Commissioner of Agriculture in their state, to let the Secretary of Agriculture know, Tom Vilsack, know that we we support the current 85 Act, and we'd like his help in enhancing it. But what we won't support is the initiation of a new beef promotion and research act through the 96 program, and that we would like to see an additional dollar if we could, but we won't sacrifice money for the principles of a program led by producer groups and producers themselves.
Very good. Well, thank you for bringing state, very grassroots-driven perspective to our show, Terry.
Our pleasure, and thank you for the opportunity.
To follow NCBA's efforts on the important topic of beef checkoff enhancement, just log on to beefusa.org.